important is this game?
Well, it's big, and they have to really go with their strongest lineup. And I think for context, a lot of people saw the starting lineup that they had this season, which was Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, Klay Thompson, and Andrew Wiggins. They're like, okay, that's probably going to be the solid lineup because it reminds us of their championship team. Well, this is a different team now. Their best lineup is actually having Klay on the bench, where as a bencher, he's come in and shot the ball very well. 30%. He was 30. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's harsh, and it's weird to say that with Klay Thompson. But off of the bench, he's shooting 44%. As a starter, he was shooting 37, and it felt like he was forcing a lot of things. Plus, they insert Pajemski, who leads the league in charges. So a lot of times you think about Klay Thompson, he was that defensive guy. I think now you're letting the fresh legs do that defensive work, and then now you're just focused on coming in and being a boost off the bench. So overall, this lineup is the stronger one, and they'll have to use this the rest of the season.
We should mention that Andrew Wiggins is back after a 4-game absence as well.
Well, I think the biggest problem was that when you had Draymond Green and you had Looney, you weren't scoring enough points. We talk about this pace for the Golden State Warriors, and, again, their 2017, 2016 pace, which was historic. You look at it now, it would be middle of the pack. So I think that change that Steve Kerr has found, and he's found that group, that good mix of the young players and the veterans, a lot of that is because they need to up their scoring. Obviously, last game against Boston, we're just going to go throw that one away, flush that one away. But ultimately, I think this starting lineup allows them to play at a higher pace and score more points. That's why you're starting to see that impact in the game.
They are sitting in the 10th spot, right?
Yeah.
They are 3 games from out of being the 6th seed in the playoffs. So this game is very important, and the rest of the season is very important for Golden State. And so every game, especially at home, they get an opportunity to get a win. They got to make sure they go out there and do what they got to do. Now, I understand the meltdown or whatever you want to call it, the spanking that they took in Boston. But this team has been playing. What, man? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing.
No, that's what they got. But look,
here's
here's the thing, right? They've been playing some beautiful basketball, and all they got to do is pick up where they started off from again. They want to get out of this 10th spot.
But this is the healthiest that we have seen them in a long time. And so if we take a look at their upcoming schedule here, even though Golden State does have an easier road than a lot of teams, they have the 3rd easiest remaining schedule in the NBA, it's still going to be an uphill battle. And Steve Kerr has some things to figure out, because all of a sudden Andrew Wiggins is back. So, okay, he's going to need to take a look at his starting lineup here. Not just his starting lineup, his closing lineup, and maybe most importantly, Richard, how does this team capitalize with Steph Curry off of the floor? That's always been their issue.
Well, getting Chris Paul back helps. That is a big piece of that, because now you offer some anchored minutes by a veteran point guard. That missing Chris Paul definitely affected them. But I would say this. I know Andrew Wiggins is going to be back. Chris Paul has already decided that he was going to come off the bench. That was the beginning of the year.
Yep.
The strength as a coach to be like, Klay, it is time. Right? Whether it's your performance, whether it's your mental focus, whatever it is time for you to come off the bench. So when I look at him and you say he's got decisions to make, it becomes a lot easier when you have 2 future Hall of Famers that have accepted those roles. So even with Wiggins coming back, it's like Steve gets to say, this is how we're going to best use you. It doesn't matter what you're really feeling right now.
It's true, but it's also go time, because in the Western Conference, you're looking at a Los Angeles Lakers team that is trying to move up the standings. They've won 7 out of their last 10, but still they remain locked in around, 9th and trying to get up to 8th. And so as much as the Golden State Warriors have done better with their lineup, it feels like it is crowded in that position.
Well, I just want to make sure we look at this matchup tonight, because I'm pretty sure Draymond is going to be guarding Giannis. Giannis is playing, right?
We actually, funny you mentioned that, Adrian Wojnarowski
there go Woj.
standing by.
He didn't text me. To
give us an update on Giannis Antetokounmpo, because Giannis did miss the Bucks last game with Achilles tendonitis. Woj, what is the latest? He entered this game questionable.
Malika, I'm told that Giannis Antetokounmpo will warm up tonight before the game, and there is optimism that he will return to the lineup. He did miss that victory over the Clippers on Monday with that sore Achilles, but he was at shoot-around today. He started to get it loose. It was feeling better, and the hope is that will continue tonight, and we will get a Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry matchup. 2 guys who are good friends and love to go at each other.
NBA,